PvP combat in both Age of Origins and War and Order is built into the game in many unique capacities. There's the server-based PvP, of course, where you can attack another player on the world map, provided that they are not protected with a peace shield. Alliances even have the capability to designate other alliances as union, friendly, or enemy, which can change the way that players interact with each other. Union members will not be able to attack one another. Members of friendly alliances receive a warning before any attempted offensive action. This is often used to prevent players from unintentionally hitting friendly alliances or farms. If your farm was in a friendly alliance, a player would have to intentionally ignore the warning when hitting a farm. Enemy alliances appear in red to easily identify enemy targets. Beyond the ordinary server PvP that happens naturally, much of what makes PvP fun in these games happens in events. Apologies, but I'm fairly new to Age of Origins, so I don't know all of the terminology quite yet. But I'm fairly certain that variations of the events in War and Order also exist in Age of Origins, so I'll have to use WAO terms. The Royal City event happens weekly, where alliances compete over the server throne to obtain the ability to assign roles and gifts to players on the server. In this event, a high percentage of killed troops will be converted to wounded to encourage fighting for the Royal City. Void Wars occur on a monthly cycle where servers are matched against one another and participate in a massive kill event for great rewards. Unlike the Royal City event, troops killed in Void Wars are permanently gone. There are many other PvP systems that range from alliance versus alliance competitions to giant multi-server brawls. There's really so much that to explain each of them in depth would make this video much longer than I want it to be. So instead, I'm just going to touch on how I feel about the PvP system and mechanics in general. In War and Order, I took a slow and methodical approach to grow, similar to what I used to do in Evany. I wanted to feel what the growth in these games was like. How long it took to build up to a high castle level, where to focus research and player energies. I'd focus my PvP participation on events and leave the server alone. Mostly. In Age of Origins, I'm playing with a completely opposing playstyle. I'm aggressively out for kills, and I've been fluctuating in the top 5 in kills since the start of the server. In retrospect, I wish I'd been a bit more aggressive in War and Order. The biggest bottleneck I faced in playing War and Order was with resources. I wasn't willing to make a ton of farms like other players, so this really limited my growth once I hit the mid-20s in castle level. Had I been more aggressive, I could have earned a lot of my spent resources through PvP, which would have allowed me to push my castle level much farther. This is the approach I've been taking in Age of Origins. Being so aggressive hurts my troop count and power, as it results in dead troops. However, the resources I've gained have helped explode my development. Realistically, troop power is not as crucial as castle and building upgrading. I might be only top 50 in terms of power right now, but that's entirely because I've been using my troops as opposed to hoarding them. Now, in terms of the actual PvP mechanics, I can say that I was pleasantly surprised by both War and Order and Age of Origins. The way PvP works in the game is just so much fun. In Evany, we are used to having a few strategic means of attacking. You solo attack, or you rally. That's all there is in terms of offense. Strategy in Evany is more about the composition of troops rather than how you send them. Age of Origins and War and Order have a much more robust system, and this system creates all sorts of interesting peculiarities. The troops you send and the troops you don't send affect the way they are positioned on the battlefield, which creates many strategic formations. The types of troops make a difference as well, since there are troop counters to each type of troop. When attacking, you have the solo attack, of course, you have rallies, you also have variations of grouped attacks, such as timed attacks and speed attacks. The biggest and by far coolest difference between PvP and Evany in these two games are that battles happen instantaneously in Evany as the server processes the numbers, whereas in War and Order and Age of Origins, the battles happen in real time. Because the battles happen in real time, it is possible to join a battle after it has already begun. Say a player in your alliance is being attacked, you could reinforce them before the battle and have your troops in their embassy. You could even wait until the battle has begun and have your troops just jump right into the middle of the battlefield as they arrive. This system opens the door to a whole new layer of strategy in PvP. Offensively, you can stagger when each person in the alliance marches on a target based on their march time. This timed attack allows participants to arrive at the same time and join forces to overcome the defenders. Timed attacks and defenses have no limit to the number of participants that join, which can make for huge and exciting battles. Now, my purpose in this video was just to talk about the interesting PvP systems in these games, but I feel like I should make a future video or two on other PvP topics such as battle formations and how to accomplish timed attacks and defenses to really showcase how neat they really are. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting the channel. If you liked what you saw, please consider hitting the like button and checking out other videos on the Miser's Guide to Ebony. I'll see you in the next video.